Today's episode is sponsored by Renaissance. Do you know Renaissance, the album, Julie?
I do.
Renaissance has hit 3 billion streams on Spotify. It is Beyonce's third album to achieve this.
Wow.
Um, we just celebrated 2 years of Renaissance,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to take this opportunity
Okay.
to say something
Okay.
to Beyonce.
Okay. I'm sure she's listening.
I know she is.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Mm.
It is a travesty. It
Oh.
is unfair.
Oh,
It is
okay.
nasty. It's the
Oh.
nastiest thing I think you have ever done. It
Oh.
is mean. It
Ah.
is torture. And I think that you will regret this one day. But I need two things from you. And I don't even need the visuals. I
Okay.
need two things from you. I need Renaissance the film. I need to be able to watch it
Mm.
whenever I want, and I need the
Yeah.
live album.
Yeah.
Those are things that I need.
Yeah.
They're not things that I want. They're
Yeah.
not things that would improve my life. They're not things that might make my life better. They are things that I need for my own survival.
Sure. 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 Yes. Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of cuckoo crazy plan you have up in you're making up about whatever it is that you're doing,
Right.
but I need you to leave that behind
Yeah.
and I need you to give us the film and I need you to give us the
Mm.
live album because
Okay.
I would be such a happier person if those things were in my life. And
Yeah.
we're not getting them. And I
Right.
think it's really bad. It's really just really it's nasty.
Yeah.
Stop
I
making your
agree.
little Olympic commercials, okay? And just
Yeah.
hit enter on your computer, hit upload or hit whatever it
Yeah.
is, and give
Because
us.
we know you have it.
We know you have it.
We
We
know
know
you
you
have it.
have it. We know
Just
you.
give it to us.
Blue, talk to your mother.
Blue would get it. Blue would get it. You should have made that message for Blue, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome
You
to
know, I
you. Oh,
oh,
oh, go ahead.
but an attack so early on the episode. I'm just kidding. I was just gonna say, I still listen to Homecoming like at least once a week.
Oh, I love Homecoming.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's on my walk playlist.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
And
right.
so is Renaissance, the studio album. But you
It's
know
so
what would
good.
make me walk faster?
Tell me.
Renaissance, the live album.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm.
B,
I think about the night that I went to that concert every day of my life.
I believe you. I think about the fact that I wasn't invited every day, so that makes sense.
It's not about being invited or not being invited, Julie.
Interesting
It's
from someone that was there.
did you
So,
have the funds?
inter-
Because if you had the funds, you would have found your way there one way or another. Am I right?
an attack on me as a person yet again. We are off to a horrible start on this episode. Horrible start.
And I attacked you before we came on the air too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Do you
What
want to
is
tell
it? You
do you
hate me or
want
something?
to tell people what I told you?
He's trying to tell me how to sit, where to be, what to do with my mic. And you know what? I am a person that does what she wants when she wants it. If I want to sound far away, I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Adrian comes in here with this little attitudey, trying to rule the world.
If I
Newsflash.
ruled the world. Welcome to
And
me and
that's why
Chisme.
Beyonce doesn't give you the motherfucking album. She listens, she knows.
She knows. Then
Yeah.
she would release it. She would. Welcome to You, Me, and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. Adrian and Julie here. Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi,
You don't have
Adrian.
a theme song for me. You should have one.
I don't know how there's a theme song for me, to be honest.
Adrian doesn't really roll off the tongue that
It
easily.
really doesn't, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if it did,
You wouldn't
would I
give me a
have a
little,
song?
a jingle,
I mean, if someone wants to write a jingle for me, I will sing it on the pod.
or just say my name in a exuberant tone.
I just, no,
I don't blame you. I don't like my, I think I've talked about this before. I don't like my
you
name
have.
in English.
Right.
Adrian. I don't the DR sound is so weird to me.
Interesting.
But Adrian I think is
Because,
very pretty.
but the
I don't
DR
know.
sound,
Huh?
some may argue that the DR sound is the same in English and in Spanish.
No, 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 no.
No? Oh.
Adrian, Adrian. It's very crisp in Spanish. Adrian.
It
Adrian.
almost feels like the difference is in the IAN.
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
Drian, Adrian, you know?
Again, I feel like the difference
No,
is
Julie. It's my name. Adrian. It's the
no,
dre.
friend. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying the difference is not the DR. The DR sounds the same.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Somebody please call in
Okay.
and tell us what is happening here.
Okay.
Adrian, right? Say Adrian.
Drugs.
Adrian.
I'm trying
Say
to think of
Adrian.
that.
Say my name.
Adrian.
And now say
Adrian.
Adrian.
Adrian. I think the difference is in the IAN.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I don't think you do. And
Okay.
that's okay. And that's okay. That's what makes us powerful because we both use different sides of our brain.
You guys are laughing, but he's being 1000% serious. I think out of all the crazy shit that I've said, this is the one that's offended him the most. Oh my God. I'm so sorry I did that to you.
I appreciate
Not
it.
that sorry because I am right and you're wrong,
I
but
don't no, I okay, here's the thing. I don't think that you're wrong. I understand what you're saying. I agree with
because
you.
it makes sense.
Yes. But I also want you to understand that I
Mm.
am making sense too. Adrian,
Uh-huh.
dr. It's not like it's not a corner, you know? It's a it's an oval, whereas Adrian is more of a corner, you know?
Do you know?
I do. I'm sure there's somebody at home that this makes sense to. Somebody text me or email me, DM me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you
I understand.
understand?
Here's the thing. I get what you're saying in terms of the way that it sounds. Yes, I'm telling you that the difference is in the IAN and not in the dr.
Okay,
The dr sounds the adri adri. It's the same.
I think that people think that we're crazy because this we have the same argument every time. I'm and we're
I
gonna.
don't. To be fair, I don't think we ever argued about this particular subject. So,
I, I forgot exactly what I was gonna say, so I'm gonna end it
because it was silly.
just by saying that there's
Mm.
a difference between the Adrian and then Adrian, where the DR is. That's all. I get the IAN part, get that, yes, but I'm only talking specifically about the DR. Adrian, Adrian.
I I bet we have no listeners left. They
Yeah,
said these
no,
bitches woke up silly today. Turn it
they
off.
left.
Yeah.
They left. Okay,
Yeah.
well, they're lost. You know what I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I always forget.
Tell me.
I am going to, you know how I do my little spiel at the end of the
Yes.
podcast? I'm going to do that now,
Oh, okay.
just in case people don't make it to all the way to the end of the episode.
That's such a good idea because I bet
So
they don't.
for those of you for those of you who don't usually make it to the end of the episode, this is
Yeah.
what happens.
Hmm.
I share my azúcar, Julie shares her azúcar, and then I say something to the effect of, well, that's going to do it for us. We've reached the end of the episode. Make sure that you rate, review, subscribe, share, do all the fun things you could do with this podcast on the internet. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at Yumi and Chisme. Make sure you visit yumiandchisme.com. Make sure you send in fan mail. You can voicemail it in, you can email it, you can text it if you have our numbers, whatever it is that you would like to do, we'll take it. I know I already mentioned sharing, but sharing is caring. So find someone that you love and share an episode of this podcast with them. And if you do all that, we'll be back next week with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life.
Oh my God. So now he won't have to do that long spiel at the end because I was just sitting here with a smile on my face and wait for him to finish. But now he doesn't. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love this
Why do you hate me?
one that attacked me multiple times already.
No, it's okay. I will still do the spiel again at the
Oh,
end. It
guys, now we have to sit through it twice. I'm just kidding.
was 30 seconds of your
I'm
life.
kidding. I'm kidding.
And then typically I'm not gonna add the music. Maybe I will. I probably won't. But at the end, you'll hear it with the music in the background.
Right.
Anyways, I just wanted to do that, but because sometimes, sometimes you kind of reach towards the end of an episode and you don't really listen to the whole thing.
Sure.
And so I just wanted to do that now while we have everybody's attention.
Okay.
So you've been told.
You're welcome.
You've been told. Okay. Julie, what's going on with you? What's the 411? What's the hot goss?
Um, what's going on with me? Not a lot, TBH. Just hanging out, working. What have I been doing? I can't say that a lot.
That's okay. For our friends
Yeah.
on YouTube, I just want to point out that the lighting in your room is very bright today. We can see everything. It looks very nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to give
Thanks.
us a room tour?
I don't, but
Okay.
thank you for asking.
Okay. Just curious. Your hamper's open. What could we
It
find in
is.
there?
Nothing because I just did laundry.
Oh,
So
nice. Ooh.
that's why it's open.
Love a woman who does her laundry.
I don't have a choice. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Neither do I.
All right. Well, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing
Okay.
well. Um, Not a whole lot also happening, I guess. It's
Yeah,
been pretty quiet. Um,
we're so fun.
yeah. We are a riot.
Yeah. We're a blast to
We're
be
so
around.
fun. We're so much fun. Okay.
I
We're so
agree.
much fun.
I
There was something I
agree.
wanted to talk about. How I was doing my thoughts of the
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
I stopped writing them down
Oh,
the other day.
did you stop having thoughts?
No. No,
Oh, okay.
Julie,
Just
contrary to your belief, okay?
I was just checking.
Contrary to your belief system that I don't have thoughts,
Okay.
um I do have thoughts, and I had a really good thought the other day, and then I was like, I should really write this down, or I should voice
Mm,
memo it to myself, and then I didn't do that, and now I'm
mm,
able to tell you who, what, where, when, why. uh
okay.
but I will tell
So,
you.
mhm.
uh
But
I
you
will
will
tell
tell
you
me.
about a dream that I had last night.
Oh, okay.
This is not very exciting, but
Great.
Remind myself when I edit this podcast. I had a dream that I saw my friends Sarah and Nathan in my dream. And I haven't talked to Sarah and Nathan in a while. And I'm like, I need to text them.
Hmm.
I should text them. So this is me reminding myself
Okay.
to text Sarah and Nathan, um, because I haven't talked to them in a while, and I should say hello, and I miss them, and I hope that they're doing well.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Riveting.
Thank
On
you.
the edge of my seat, beginning to end. That was
Thank you.
great.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. That what were they doing in your dream?
We ran into each other, but I
Interesting.
can't tell you what we talked about. I remember seeing Sarah, and she had a cute little blue outfit on. That's all I remember.
I
I
love
wish
that.
I wish I could remember more of my dreams. I wish I dreamed more. I wish I had my dreams are not interesting in the slightest. They're
Right.
not. People have, most interesting dream I've had this year was the fact that Lady Gaga told me she was pregnant, and that clearly didn't happen.
That didn't. Well, she is engaged.
She is engaged.
She's engaged. So maybe you're just early on the news.
Maybe.
Yeah, I rarely remember my dreams. I don't know if I dream every night, but I rarely remember them. But when I do, they're real intense. Like I had a dream one time that I was somewhere with a bunch of my friends and I was waiting for I kept like people were like, "Oh, we got to go this way." And I was like, "No, I can't. I'm waiting for Julian." And the my entire dream was me being like, I can't do that. I'm waiting for Julian." And my friend Julian is dead. And I
Oh
was like,
gosh.
in the whole dream. And then I woke up and I was like, it felt so sad that I kept being like, no, I can't do that. I'm waiting for Julian. Like, I can't. And then the other dream that I had where Hosier fell in love with me,
Wow.
which honestly just kind of felt like a premonition.
Mm,
You know what I mean? It just felt
yeah.
like I was ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
minute now, it feels like that could actually happen.
Speaking of,
Okay.
I do have a question for you.
Okay, I have an answer.
We're going to speak into existence. We're going to manifest
Mm,
what it is that you want in a partner. And so I want to give you the floor to tell me and our listeners what
okay.
you're looking for in a partner. It
Okay.
could be whatever it is that you want to share. Your time starts now.
Oh, I'm being timed. Um, I can't say that I've thought about this a lot, to be quite honest.
What?
But you know what's crazy? Literally this morning,
Mm,
when I was driving to work, I was thinking, and I was like, you know what? Some of these dates that I've been on have been real garbage bags full of
mhm,
stuff.
mhm,
But honestly, it's just not a thing that I ever considered. But like what every date has taught me is like the things that I'm not willing to compromise for. And
mm.
that seems like a win in the long scheme of things. What am I looking for? That's just a side note that I wanted to add. But what am I looking for in a partner? Someone who makes me laugh.
Mm.
And guys, look, I get it. I get it. I get it. Jeremy Allen White, Oscar Isaac, but I need them to be taller than me. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Who says,
sorry.
okay, how tall is Jeremy Allen White?
He's like 5'7".
Well,
I'm 5'7".
he's 5'7". 5'7", I think, is probably the average height for a man.
I'm 5'7".
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see how tall Oscar Isaac is.
I think he's about 5'7" as well.
Um, he's 5'9". Oscar Isaac is a Pisces.
I feel like
March,
we've gone through this already. I think we've
probably.
talked about this
Yeah, I
already.
think so.
We
March
talk about
9th.
Oscar Isaac a lot.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than me. He was born March 9th, 1979.
Mm,
I was born March 11th, 1989.
wow.
Weird that that when he was 10 years old, he, that one day he would be fucking somebody who was barely being born. It's that is really creepy.
Because of this scenario, you guys have fucked.
One day we are.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get that clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm sorry, but I do. You know what a perfect height is? I'll tell you, 6'2". I'm sorry, guys. I know what you're saying. That's really tall. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. 6'2" is a really great height for me. But you know what? Perfect 6 foot. Six 6 foot
Just an
is
even 6 foot.
I'll allow it. But
Hmm.
6'2", I'll suck your
What do
dick
you
right
think
there.
the extra two
Mm.
inches are gonna get you?
It's just in terms of my height and theirs, it's like real nice.
Yeah,
Like
this is 2 inches right here. If you're watching on YouTube, I have a ruler. So like, I mean,
like when we hug, my head is right out their chest.
mm,
And I really like that for me specifically.
mm,
But those that's the only physical I mean, if they have long hair and a beard, who am I to stop them? Who am
mm,
I to get in their way?
mm.
But that the tallness is really the only physical trait that I'm looking for. If they have tattoos, what I'm supposed to tell them to laser them off. I can't do that.
What if your
But
partner had a tattoo of a different partner's name?
we'd need to know what happened there.
Mm.
But also, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days.
Okay, Hannah Montana. Who sings it? Is it Hannah Montana? Yeah.
You know, there's some people out there that have beards and tattoos and long hair, and when they were younger, they rode on elephants.
Uh-huh.
And that's just the thing you're supposed to. It was okay at one point, and now we're aware that it's not okay.
Mm.
And some of
Okay.
you guys are just finding that out. Don't ride
Yeah.
out of elephants, guys. Elephants are not for riding.
No.
Um, so people do things when they're young. I need to know what happened.
Yeah.
Why is it still there? If your answer is laser is expensive, fair,
Yeah.
fair. I'll
Hmm.
take it. Um, in terms of actual traits of a human being, uh, sense of humor.
Hmm.
Um, you know what I'm realizing is I used to think I wanted someone with an outgoing and loud personality because I
Oh.
used to think because I used to think that I was shy. Okay, we don't need all that. We don't need all
When
that.
did you think that?
My entire life.
Oh, interesting.
Here's the thing. I
Yeah.
I really am shy, but give me a minute. Let me
Okay,
get to
I'm
the
letting you finish.
explanation.
Yeah.
I'm really shy. I'm shy at first sight. I'm shy
Uh-huh.
at first sight. But I'm starting to embrace my outgoing personality. Like when I started this job at this new site, like my friend and I would have this like pep talk with me. Well, he would have it with me and I'd listen, where he's like, you're going in there with a new personality. If you want to be an outgoing, you're going in there. They don't know any difference. You're an outgoing person. You don't get nervous standing in front of a crowd and talking. You're going to be able to do a presentation. And I was like, that's right. They don't know any different. And so I really am starting to believe that part of myself where like obviously do I get butterflies in my tummy whenever they ask me to speak in front of someone? Yes. But I'm starting to embrace my like louder parts of me when I used to be like, you know what? Kamala. Have you seen
Uh,
her on Drew Barrymore when she's talking about her laugh?
I don't think I've seen that clip. No.
And they talk about her laugh and how it's like, loud and like she gets
Yeah.
made fun of it. And she's like, you know what? Like people are always telling women or like people in general to like soften yourself and like kind of make yourself palpable for general consumption and like I'm not going to do that. If I want to laugh loud and if I feel a loud laugh, I'm not gonna, my dad makes fun of the way that I sneeze
Oh.
because I sneeze like I don't even let a sneeze out. I sneeze like into
Achoo.
myself.
Uh,
Not even like I don't even open my mouth. It's like a like
uh,
because when I was younger, I used to really hate calling attention to myself.
oh.
And if I felt a sneeze coming on, I would suppress it and I
Uh,
wouldn't want to sneeze loudly because now everyone's looking at you.
uh,
And I used to not want people to look at me. And so now I literally, as an adult, continue to sneeze like that. It's something so silly. I totally get it.
No, no, no. I get it. Yeah.
But now I'm starting to be like, well, you shouldn't, and then that one time when someone was like, that's why I distanced myself from you.
Mm-hmm.
I really started like analyzing me and who I am and the fact that I've always felt like I'm a lot for people.
Mm-hmm.
And when like your insecurity gets thrown in your face, you really start being like, why am I insecure about this? And
Mm-hmm.
why does it hurt me so much that someone would say something like this? And so I really started being like, this is on you because you feel like you're too much for the people around you. And if you're too much, then they don't deserve you in their life because I could be because sometimes I'd be like, well, with this person, I wasn't even really, I did dim myself for them already. And that was still too much for them. So maybe they don't deserve me because they wanted to dim me more than because I'm fully aware that I wasn't, sometimes I would like close off around this person because I was like, I got the feel, right, that they didn't really like me to be fully myself or like my personality. Some of my personality traits maybe were like a little too loud for them, which is fine. But then when they say something that you're insecure about and you're like, but bitch, I was dimming myself already and I'm still too much for you, then you really don't deserve me in your life. And so when that happened a couple years ago, I really analyzed myself and like who I am and how much I'm willing to give myself to people. And I kind of made a decision that I was going to give myself fully to people. And if I was going to be too much, then I don't need those people in my life. I don't need anyone that I'm going to be afraid is going to walk away at some point. Like that's just not fun to for any kind of relationship.
Right.
What was I talking about?
Well, the question was, what are you looking for in a partner?
Oh, that I need help. I was saying I used to think I wanted someone with an outgoing personality. But I've now realized that we're coming back on track. We're getting
Yeah,
back on
yeah, yeah,
track.
yeah,
We're getting
yeah.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
I I realize now that I want someone that's actually quieter, more like to themselves, a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more serious. Like I really thrive off of energy that's like a little bit more intense. Like, and I feel like people that are like super intense and quiet and like more reserved feel like really comfortable around me. Like I've just had that kind of relationships with men in the past, like not even romantic relationships, just men in my life, where it's like the quiet ones and the intense ones like always gravitate towards me. And so I feel like that's who I would fit best with. Someone that like can mellow me out and like level my energy as opposed to if we're both intense,
Mhm.
friend. That
Mhm.
sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. So yeah. So that's basically it.
I've noticed a lot of conversation recently about people finding their partner where it's kind of the opposite, where one person is a
Mm-hmm.
lot more intense than the other,
Mm-hmm.
and and it's seeming to work for people. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, interesting. What would you say? What kind of person would you think I would need? Like somebody more intense or somebody less intense?
Not intense like me.
Okay.
More like I feel like you would need someone like more, you're very assertive, but like someone loudly assertive,
Um,
someone loudly convicted. I feel like you are, but like not like full energy. You know what I mean?
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Someone that's like, I don't know, like like a boss energy, big dick
Oh,
energy. Not that you
oh,
don't have big dick energy,
okay.
because you're assertive,
Uh-huh,
right? And like you're convicted and you're shit.
uh-huh.
But I feel like because you're so quiet, maybe like you got to get to know you to realize that you are a person with like strong convictions and like very sure of themselves. And some people are more like outward about that kind of stuff. I feel like
Mm-hmm,
you would need someone like that, like more
mm-hmm.
intense, but not. chaotic.
Mm.
I don't think you do well with chaotic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I
someone that
can
has their
agree.
shit together.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah.
You know what? I picture you with an older gentleman,
Oh.
money,
Uh-huh. How
a
old are we talking?
CEO of a company, early 50s,
Okay. Uh-huh.
early 50s, a little gray hair,
Uh-huh.
suits every day,
Uh-huh.
knows what he wants, gets what he wants, is
Uh-huh.
like the planner. This is
Uh-huh.
what we're doing, this is what we're gonna do, this is whatever the fuck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If someone
Int
knows a man like that and is willing to pay for trips for Adrian with a +1, then our DMs are open. I would love to meet him.
Interesting. Interesting. I have never pictured myself with somebody like that.
What have you pictured yourself with?
Um, well, first on your point about the older gentleman who's like, the boss and the energy and the money and whatnot. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll take it. I'll take the money. I'll take the energy. Yes. But
Yeah.
I've never pictured myself with being a partner with somebody who's older than me.
Mm,
Um, Not to say I'm not attracted to older men, but
right.
um there's something that I find very comforting about growing old with someone as
Sure.
opposed to grow as a, but not the and obviously we both would be growing old, but that we're kind of doing it at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never really been interested in being in a relationship with somebody who is a lot older. It doesn't really intrigue me that much.
Right.
I'd
Right.
want to.
You don't have daddy issues? That's clear.
I don't think I have daddy issues. No, I don't.
You don't, friend. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I don't. Um, and so yeah, yeah, I've always wanted to be
Interesting.
with somebody who that's around my age. Now, I tend to look younger.
Mm-hmm.
Younger men seem to find me.
Yeah, they do.
They're the ones who want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Um, And so, but I would love to find somebody who's in their mid 30s. That would be kind of the most ideal situation for me.
Right.
Um, Other than that, I would love to have somebody who has their shit together, who
Yeah.
has a great job, who is responsible. I love responsibility. I think it's very
Mm,
attractive.
yeah.
I don't like chaos. I don't like chaos. I,
No.
I definitely need a sense of humor. I feel I'll be able to make you laugh, but you got to make me laugh. Like we got to,
Right.
we're not going to spend the rest of our lives not laughing, you
Right.
know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because that
Well,
won't.
and if he doesn't make me laugh, I'm just gonna automatically not like him. So, I mean, he's got to be funny.
Yeah, no, he has to be funny.
He has to be funny.
I can't show up somewhere and have a partner that is not funny.
I
I think
literally
that would
think
be
about that
embarrassing.
every time I date someone. I'm like, are you gonna make my friends laugh or not?
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, I fear it's not gonna work. I'll still fuck you, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want someone who when I come home from a long day, like
Tell me.
will be like, let me like cook for you. Let me take care of you.
I
Let me
dig
rub
it.
your feet. But
Oh,
what I want more also is
tell me.
I want to do that for somebody else. I want to be so attracted and in love with somebody that you want to make that I want to cook for you. And I'm
Yeah.
not real I can fend for myself. Don't get me wrong. Like
Right.
I can absolutely survive in a kitchen. But like I'm not a chef by any means. But
Yeah.
like if I know that you've had a long day, I want to be able to I want to have the overwhelming feeling to want to provide for you.
I love that.
Um Somebody who um is at least working on their mental health issues
Yes. Yeah.
because don't I believe I believe that we all have things in our lives
1000%. Yeah.
And I think it'd be silly to find somebody who isn't dealing with something. And so I would like for you to be acknowledge that you have an issue, and B, are doing something to kind of remedy it if it's possible. Um
Yeah.
yeah. Somebody who's incredibly personable and charming is, I think,
Yeah.
probably the most attractive thing. Um and yeah, somebody who is just genuinely kind,
I love that.
but not in a toxic kind of way.
Right. Okay.
I want to come home and hear about how you hate somebody at work.
Right.
But I don't want to hear about how you manipulated them to, do something. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay.
Well, that's nice.
And somebody really smart. I really like smart people.
I like smart people too. I don't like feeling like I'm the smartest one in the relationship
I
because
certainly won't
that's
be.
because let me tell you something. If I'm the smartest
Yeah.
one,
Yeah, no. We're not going anywhere.
bestie, we're not getting anywhere. We're not gonna
Yeah.
get nowhere together. So, no, I definitely like feeling like the person that I'm with is a lot smarter than me. Like I need them to be intelligent.
Yeah.
Just to teach me something. You know what I mean?
To have something to
Math.
talk about.
Um, yeah, yeah. All of that stuff is important. I mean, funny is one of the major ones. I mean, as I get older and as I go out there and I meet these yahoos, um, Spanish is becoming a big one for me
I
because
would love to meet somebody who speaks Spanish. That's not a deal
yeah.
breaker for me by any means,
No, no.
but it's always nice.
Yeah, I feel like it would be good. Well, my mom only speaks Spanish, so the older I get, I'm like, it would be nice to have someone that can communicate with my mom. I mean, a big thing for me is not, I mean, obviously not someone that's gonna take my problems from me, but like that we can share in the stress of family and like everything else that comes with that. And like, I don't know about you, but lately, or as I've gotten older, this like realization that like, I don't know if you've heard, but our parents are not immortal. I don't know if you've
I
realized that.
yes, yes.
Because I am currently, my mom has been having some issues with her
Mm,
circulation and legs and stuff. And
mm.
I have woken up in the last week 3 times in the middle of the night being like, my mom's gonna die.
Oh my
Like,
God, Julie.
yeah, yeah. Just this realization of like, we just don't know. And they're getting older.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's very true. It's very true. And I didn't grow up with grandparents. So
Oh,
I never saw I mean, I was like 4 when my mom's dad passed away, and he was the
mm,
last one, 4 or 5. So I don't remember too much, but like I also don't also like um my dad's oldest sister is still alive. My dad's the youngest of 9.
mm,
There I haven't experienced too much death. I've obviously experienced
right.
people dying, but like, yeah, I think it's interesting to like, I wasn't really of consciousness
Mm,
when my grandparents died, and I think that's
right.
such a big part of certain people's lives
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. There was something that I was going to say to what you had just said. Oh, of the immortal. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. They're not. They're
No,
not. And
they're
neither are
not.
we.
And neither are we,
And
bitch.
neither are we. Neither are we. Nobody is. Nobody
No.
is. Um,
Well, we don't know that.
well,
Vampires could exist and we could know nothing about it.
they sure I could be a vampire and you may not know.
You're not. But
How do you know?
vampire
How do you know
I
that?
know. I know.
But how? Because they've never
I
bit
just
you? What if I'm
exactly.
waiting for the right moment?
The way mosquitoes are on my ass, you would have been bit me already.
Mm, maybe we're waiting for the right moment. Um, One thing that I don't like, that's
Tell
a
me.
big turnoff, shy and timid people.
Mm,
If we go somewhere and you're just incredibly shy and timid,
Yeah.
that's not gonna work.
Yeah, if you're only comfortable around me, we're gonna
Mm,
have a problem. We're
your
gonna have a
life.
problem. They're not that interesting. Yeah, yeah, no, that's a good, or you know what's a big one for me? Rude to wait staff
Mm, yeah.
or customer service, like
Yeah,
rude
rude to
to
anybody.
anyone that you're interacting with, especially if you're at their workplace and they're trying to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constant negativity is a big one for me.
Okay.
Would you say that you're constantly
I
negative?
thought we were trying to be nice to each other.
I don't think that you're constantly negative.
I think I am.
Okay, well, that's
I think
something
I
that
am.
I don't think that you are.
I think I am. Someone else agrees, and we're working on it.
Who said that? You don't have to answer.
I'm telling you, with my brain. You know who.
I'm
No,
thinking.
he didn't say it. He didn't say I was constantly negative, but like I've noticed that every time we talk about like I'm unemployed, I'm never gonna find a job, da, da, da. And then he's like, you are gonna find a job, you're gonna do this, you're gonna like the way he responds to my comments, I'm like, damn, I do always throw negative comments out there. And he like always hits me back with like positivity. And I'm like, fuck. And so yeah, I've come to realize that I lead most things with negativity. We're trying to rewire the brain because I've
Okay.
now become aware that this is a thing that I do. And
Yeah.
it's not that I'm not negative in my worldview. I'm negative about me.
Hmm.
Like, I'm never going to find a job. I'm never going to get this done. This is never going to happen for me. I'm going to die
Hmm.
alone, is something I've said a lot. Um, when it could be like my person's just not here yet, or you know, I got to get out there more and I'll find somebody. I got to try a little harder and I will get a job. I mean, I've got a job, right? And I was acting like I was going to die unemployed and homeless.
Right.
But now we're working on, you know, every time a negative thought enters my brain, I try to reword it and better. We're working on it.
Okay. It's work in progress.
Work in progress. Yeah.
I believe in you, Julie.
Thank you so much.
Um, yeah. And I'm not trying to say that you have to be positive all the time.
I
I'm
honestly
just
wish you wouldn't be.
you're right. I just think that like a kind of a constant barrage of like negative comments is exhausting.
We gotta be able to talk some shit.
Absolutely. Let's do it most of the time.
We gotta talk some shit.
But but I also think that there's a difference between talking shit and then also just making negative comments 24/7. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, totally.
There's a difference. There's a very
Yeah.
clear difference. Yes. Okay. Well, here's to us manifesting this for us. We're more than halfway through the year, and
Yeah.
who knows what the rest of 2024 will
Who
bring.
knows? This is our first step in getting out there, which I promised everyone I was going to make Adrian do. And I'm sure he thought I forgot about it. And I'll be honest, I did. But now, but
What did I
now,
say?
but now I'm here. I'm reminded I'm going to make a note. I'm going to make a note to look into some stuff this upcoming week.
Let's see what happens next week. Somebody call in and ask for an update.
Oh no.
Before we get to the pop culture pop-up, I just wanted to get something off my chest.
Ooh, okay.
It's not anything
Oh,
personal.
okay.
Your eyes rolled back so far. I'm surprised they made it back to the front of your face.
Because you always lift us up and then you softly put us down.
Well, I'm a soft top, okay? So let
Okay.
me live. Here's the thing.
Mm,
I spend a lot of time on the internet and on my
okay.
phone. And one of the websites that I like to go to is Twitter
Okay.
because, well, A, there's porn on there, but B, B, I think the concept of Twitter is smart.
Okay.
Um, However, this website that it's turned into,
Yeah,
since Elon Musk has taken it over,
that
is
raggedy bitch.
insane because it's the same. So on Twitter you can look at the timeline of people you just follow, and then the people, and then like your for you, like the algorithm, like all the other apps have. And usually I look at the one where the algorithm is put together because it brings together different people that you're not following. It used to be great. What I see now is nothing but Elon Musk tweets. And by the way, that man is a psycho.
Oh,
He
wow.
retweets so much misinformation. It is astonishing.
I haven't blocked.
Um, there I could, yeah, I know I could block him. I could block him, but you know what? There's a part of me that wants to know what these people are saying, and so
Oh.
that's why I don't block. But
Mm-hmm.
the amount of pro Trump tweets that I see on my algorithm timeline is insane.
I
It's
believe that.
crazy. And it happened to and today it was a little bit even crazier. I don't know if you saw, but there's the women were boxing for the Olympics today. Did you see this?
Oh my God. I know what you're gonna talk about.
And they started talking about this woman who was fighting, and everyone is saying she's transgender. She's not transgender. She's not a trans athlete. And all of these somewhat credible people are talking about this person as if she is a man, and that how
Yeah.
unfair it is that they won their match within seconds. Um, and I'm just like, what is happening? This is like
Yeah.
crazy, crazy. This is end of the world
It's
kind of stuff
wild.
because
It's
there
wild.
are a lot of people, a lot of people who are thinking that this person um is trans, and now
Yeah.
and went from a man to a woman and is now competing in women's boxing at the Olympics, which is not true. And so I just am, it's frustrating and it's dangerous and it's scary how easily
Yeah.
how easily um people are falling prey to what they see on this website.
Yeah.
um it's really wild.
Right. I agree.
anyways
I agree.
anyways I don't know if there's anybody who's listening who can do anything about it, but it's just it's very scary and it's very crazy, and I can't, and it's just astonishing how in the last couple of months it has. J.K. Rowling, I mean, we all know that
Oh,
she's a psychopath, but like J.K. Rowling also was like, you, this is why, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you all don't really know anything about anything. And it's just kind of astonishing how incredibly stupid, like stupid these people are.
mm-hmm.
Did you go to school? Did you
No. Seems like no.
do you read? It's very astonishing. Anyways, we'll move on
Mm.
because it's time for the pop culture pop up. Um, First up on the pop culture pop up,
I heard.
Julie.
I
I
heard.
know you heard. Britney Spears, Britney Jean Spears. I, you could tell me if this statement is incorrect, but has sold the rights to her book, and
She sure has.
it's becoming a movie, and John M. Chu is attached. I don't know who else is. John, who directed Crazy Rich Asians and has directed the Wicked movies.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Um, and Britney is involved.
Yep. She's involved. They also got the rights to her music, so her actual music will be featured. Um, and I look, He's done In the Heights. He's done Crazy Rich Asians. Now Wicked. A Britney biopic. I don't see it for this particular director. And if I'm being quite honest, I would have preferred it go to a Greta Gerwig, to a literal any other human being that's a woman. A Lulu Wang feels like an interesting storyteller. She's a really interesting storyteller that would have been really good for this. And even and especially some may say Ava DuVernay, someone that is used to telling stories about real people. Lulu Wang and Ava have both told stories about real people. Lulu's movie Farewell is about her own family and her own grandmother. Um, and John M. Chu does big, loud, bright, intense movies, and I'm nervy that he's gonna real musical it as opposed to telling a tender story that I think Britney deserves. And also, I'm seeing all these tweets, and y'all are gonna round me up. I'm seeing all these tweets of pictures of Sabrina. Who else? Give me a minute. Let me pull it up real quick
Millie
so I can
Bobby
get
Brown.
so Millie Bobby Brown, bitch. Millie Bobby Brown, Sabrina. Who the fuck else? Margot, Tate, Ariana, Selena Gomez. And people are asking who's gonna play Britney. Bitch, none of them. None of them. If John M. Chu knows what the fuck he's doing, he's going to cast, and I mean this with all due respect, a nobody.
An unknown.
Fresh face.
Yeah.
Hasn't been in much,
Yeah.
but is they're gonna Selena it. They're gonna
Right.
major casting call.
Yeah.
Bring us every single white woman that looks like Britney Spears, and
Yeah.
we shall audition every single one of them. That is what they should be doing. That is
Yeah.
what I want them to do. If I get a Millie Bobby Brown,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
yeah,
Yeah.
but she has the rights. She is involved. She sold her own book. It's looking like she has, if anything, knowledge of all of this, so that's good and well. But I do look. I'm gonna. I feel like Brittany has gone through so much, and I feel like she continues to still not be surrounded by people that are looking out for her. So, is anyone involved in Brittany included? I hate to say it. Is anyone gonna really do what's right and what's best for this film? Here's hoping someone comes in at some point and they do, but men involved? It's not looking good.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. They need to find an unknown,
Yeah,
really make somebody into a star. I'm hoping whatever comes out of this is good.
yeah.
You remember the Amy Winehouse movie?
Do I
No.
remember?
Did you watch it?
I like my time. It's
Okay.
precious. I didn't
Okay.
waste my time with that.
Yeah. Was she an unknown, the girl who played Amy Winehouse?
I don't think she's not a full, she's not an A-lister, but she's not an unknown.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh,
couldn't tell you what else she's been in, but
I'll tell you right now. Her name is
okay.
Marissa Abella. Um, oh yeah, she's been in the Industry, the show, Rogue
Oh,
Agent, She Is Love, Five Dates. She was in Barbie. Wow, how about
oh,
that?
okay,
Anyways, yeah. She's not she was born in 1996.
okay.
We're getting up there.
Oh, aren't we? Aren't we?
It's not far off from when we were born. But yeah, I mean, I hope the best for Brittany.
Yeah,
I imagine it's going to focus on the younger years, maybe up until Kevin Federline. Um,
I really want them to get up to. Oh yeah, that would be Justin. Like I really want him to touch on the
oh
Justin
no,
stuff.
we're seeing Justin for sure.
I need that foot to stay directly on his neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Brittany, come on the pod.
Yeah.
We have lots of questions we'd love to discuss.
Please, Brittany.
Next up on the pop culture pop up, so there's a rumor going around town.
Tell
I'm
me.
going to read it to you. Um, Here is what the rumor says. This is from Mr. Pop
Okay.
on Twitter. So there was a conversation happening. You know Candace Cameron Bure, right? She's from Full
Do I
House.
know? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she was talking shit about the Olympics opening ceremony and how she was offended about the drag queens and blah 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 blah. So Haylie Duff, you know who Haylie Duff is?
Just barely, to be honest.
Hilary Duff's sister. She commented "Amen" on Candace Cameron Bure's Instagram or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this person wrote, having known that Hillary and Haley were close, I was shocked. No way would Hillary Duff's sister be against LGBTQ. Turns out that a couple years ago there was a viral TikTok about how around the start of the decade, Hillary stopped liking her sister's pictures on Instagram. She used to like all of them. And they haven't been in a photo together in about 4 years. Apparently, it's thought that Haley's husband turned her to the far right and Hillary um and her stopped getting along.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
I believe it too.
I believe it. I totally believe it. I haven't seen Haley come around in a while. And it's not like Hillary hasn't been doing things. Hillary
Yeah.
has been acting. So it's not like Hillary has fallen off the face of the planet, the face of the earth. Why did I say planet? It's the face of the earth. And so it's interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know Haley Duff, but I think it's always interesting when somebody lets their partner kind of dictate their political beliefs or
Yeah.
isn't as strong will, or maybe she's always been a conservative, who's to say? But I find it interesting when, my sister had a friend. Let me tell you a
Tell me.
story.
Okay.
My sister's best friend from high school, I loved her. She came around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about funny. This woman was funny. She was at all of the family functions. She, like she was practically another sister. And um and I don't know what happened. She met a man. She met
Oh,
a man and she moved to Texas.
oh no.
And she became this really kind of crazy conservative person. She
Wild.
became a nurse. She met this man. This man was super conservative. And then all of a sudden, there it was. And then when Trump was running for the first time, I commented on one of her like Facebook posts or something.
Mm.
And I don't know if I posted a picture or if it was like a quote or something, but there's a quote that goes around that Trump a long time ago said that if he were ever to run for president, he would run as a Republican because those people are stupid. Those are his words. This was years ago, and there was more to the quote, but he was basically saying like,
Yeah.
if I were to run, I'd run Republican because those people are stupid and I can convince them of anything. Hmm. Um, and so we started going back and forth on Facebook, and then her husband jumped in, and I was like,
Raggedy.
whoa. I was like, this is a conversation between A and B, so see your
See
way
your
out,
way out of
sir.
it.
I
Yeah.
was like, first of all, you don't know her like I know her. Okay.
She used to be funny.
She used to be funny. She used to be the fat funny girl.
Oh
Okay. Yeah.
no. What a bitch.
And and then yeah, it all kind of it just kind of happened. It's
Yeah.
very weird because the person that I know or that I knew
Yeah.
was very strong-willed, very convicted in her thoughts and her feelings, and you know, there she
Wow.
was. following a stupid old man.
Jesus. Yeah,
Well,
it's
following two of them because her husband and Trump.
there it
Anyways.
is. There the fuck it is. That is hilarious. Yeah, well, remember, well, I don't know if you remember. Remember when Trump won and there
Mm.
was a friend that's some of us knew via another friend, and we all found out that they had voted for Trump, and that
Wait, I
person had
know
to
this
be
person?
via another person.
Wait, put it in the chat because I don't know who you're talking about.
You don't know, oh, maybe you don't know this person.
I don't, I'm assuming they're related to the friend that we had in common.
I don't know if this is how you spell her name.
Yeah, I went to college with this person.
Okay, remember
Oh, yeah, yeah.
when she posted that he won and we and this other our mutual friend texted all of us like, "What the fuck?"
Uh-huh.
She was
Yeah.
cut off. She was cut
Yeah.
off immediately.
Oh my God, I forgot that she
Yeah,
existed.
that's how
Wow.
quickly
I
we cut
forgot
her
that they
off.
were friends.
Yeah, that was
Interesting.
wild.
Wow. I mean, talk about what we want in a partner. I need to make sure that my partner,
Speak on it.
we are on the same page on a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah.
Politically, scientifically, medically,
Yep. Yep.
religiously.
Yep.
Like, I don't want no secrets and surprises coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, I also bring this up because I just want to say I think it's interesting as we are headed into the last couple of the last 3 months of the election.
Oh God.
I think it's an interesting time to be alive. Obviously, there's a lot
Hmm.
going on. I believe that Kamala Harris can win. I believe the only reason she won't win is if people don't go out and vote. I also
Yeah.
believe that a lot of people are reasonable, understanding people. And there are other forces in the world that have made them fall into this MAGA life. And I think it is important. I think it is up to us as individuals to talk to the people in our lives about
Hmm.
who we should be voting for.
Hmm.
And I don't believe that an approach of aggression or an approach of like you're fucking wrong or you're fucking stupid is going to work. If we really want
Oh.
to change people's minds, if we really want to change people's minds, we have to meet
Mhm.
them where they're at. And if you really want your family or those people in your life to come around, I think now I understand that sometimes people are a lost cause, but I think that it's important to try to have a reasonable conversation and to work at trying to get somebody to see it in the different way because Trump is dangerous and is threat to society, not to democracy, to also
Yeah,
democracy, but to society. And
I
so
agree.
I just think it's important to try to remember that like we can change people's minds, but we have to approach in a certain way and we have to work at making sure that those conversations happen. I think that's the only way people will change their minds, to be honest
I
with you.
agree. I agree. I,
Hillary, you need to call Haley and you need to have a real ass conversation with her. And you need
yeah,
to tell her and you need to, and it doesn't mean that you have to handhold them through the conversation, but people don't like to feel like they're on the defensive, right? So we have to approach these people appropriately.
yeah. And you know what? I have no clear explanation for as to why this is, but I'm going to tell you where my brain is. Hillary and Haley look a lot alike, but Haley does look like the type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all I had to add to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also excuse me. Oh my God. I also think that it's important for you to figure out your political beliefs before you get into a relationship. And like, I don't know, just think about what's important to you as a and and again, Haley probably was already a conservative before she met this man. But like, you know, sometimes if you don't have any interest or any kind of knowledge on politics or anything like that. And if you find a partner that is the opposite and you're like, oh, okay, all the things that they're telling me, I love this person. And they seem, why would they be looking out for my worst interests? They wouldn't, right? I believe them. And I think it's always dangerous to believe a man.
I mean, you done
Ex-
said it. You done
ex-
motherfucking said it.
Except for me. But I'm not
I
like any
agree.
other man.
But and we also have to, I agree. But we also have to come to this realization that voting Republican and voting conservative is not what it used to be. And sometimes we
It's
have
not.
to analyze ourselves again and realize that maybe the values that drew us to Republican or conservative voting, they're no longer there. Who the fuck
No.
knows where they went? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Haylie, come on the pod.
Call the pod.
I would love to ask you a million and one questions.
Starting with, why do you think you're not as successful as your sister?
Hilary, come on the pod. Um, Next up on the pop culture pop up, Shawn Mendes, hot off the presses, just announced that he's coming out with a new album.
Yes, he did.
Um, oh, hold on, I'm gonna look up the photo that he posted on Instagram.
Okay.
Um, because let's see. Okay, he's giving us I've been through it. He's giving
Yes, he
us
is.
he's
Yeah.
giving us facial hair. He's giving us undone curly hair.
Yeah.
He's giving us eyes that have thoughts behind them.
Oh, here's
And
hoping.
and most importantly, he's giving us the self-titled album. The
Yeah.
album is called Shawn. It comes out October 18th. The
Black
first
and
two
white.
songs, black and white. The first two songs are called Why, and Isn't That Enough? Out on his birthday, August
Yeah.
8th, in a week.
Oh, this is per you know what, Shawn? If I wasn't so pissed off about your 2-minute songs, I would tell you that this is great, great release. Announcement, album shortly thereafter. Not 500 singles in the middle of it. But these numbers, have you seen the times of these songs?
um,
A
oh my
minute
God.
40. Bitch,
Wait, shut up.
I won't. I
I
won't.
hadn't even noticed that. The longest song is 3 minutes and 46 seconds, and that song is called Hallelujah, which I'm gonna assume he's doing a cover of Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah. And if I have, that is just the most predictable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Shawn Mendes covering Hallelujah on his
And
self-titled album.
that's the only song that hits 3 minutes. Everything else is
Yeah,
below 3 minutes. What the
that's
fuck?
really wild. That's really wild. The first 1 minute and 40 seconds. Wow. That's the shortest song.
Musicians are done making music. They don't care about music.
The song that is 1 minute and 40 seconds is called Who I Am. And he can tell us who he is in a minute and 40 seconds.
I didn't even realize that.
That's all he needs. That's all
That's
he needs.
amazing. That is amazing. Shawn, you know what, Shawn, we're not gonna get off on a bad foot.
No,
Okay.
no, no,
Look,
no.
we're
Because, sorry, I just want to say
no, tell
Sean's
me.
giving clavicle. Okay.
Yeah.
He's giving clavicle in the photo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He heard our what's it called? Judgment on him about how there was no depth, and he said, "Let me go through some shit for you real quick."
Yeah.
And I am hoping that he delivers because not that I want him to go through some stuff, but I do think that he was very surface level making music and it was like uninspired. And I do hope, I mean, not for him as a person, but like as a musician, I would love a little bit of depth to the human being. And maybe if there is no more depth to give. Stop giving interviews, friend. Just don't talk to us. Taylor Swift, Beyonce it all. Don't direct a word to us. Release your little music and call it a day. I do think he ruins it when he does interviews and then he starts talking and it just really doesn't go anywhere. So, um, I am frustrated by the lack of work musicians are willing to put into their art nowadays. But I am going to listen with an open heart and an open mind, and I hope he surprises me.
I agree. I'm rooting for you, Sean. We are
Same.
all rooting for you.
Yes, the fuck we are.
Okay, he's going to do a couple of shows. Shawn Mendes performing Shawn, the album live, um, for friends and family. What does that mean? I guess we're considered friends and family.
Okay.
So the first one, August 8th, will be at in Woodstock, New York at Bearsville Theater. And then he's going to London August 13th. And then he's going to Nashville at the Ryman. And then he's going to Brooklyn on October 18th. And then he's going to be at the Ford in LA on October
Hmm.
22nd, 2024. Have you ever gone to a show at the Ford?
I don't think I have.
It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful theater.
Ooh.
Jaime
Okay.
and I went to go see local natives there. That's the first time we had gone to a theater. It's
Mm.
very pretty. And it's right down the street from where I live. Not right down the street, but it's close. And
Right.
then he ends it in Seattle, Washington. Anyways, Shawn,
Shawnee.
who are you? We're about to
Sean,
find out
we
in a
can't wait to
minute
find
and
out.
40 seconds.
Uh,
Good for you, Shawn. Shawn, come on the pod.
come on the pod.
Tell us about Shawn.
Yeah.
Next up on the pop culture pop up, the Oscars. The Oscars are looking for a host.
Yeah.
They asked Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel said no.
Thank you, Jimmy.
They asked John Mulaney, and he also said no.
Thank you, John.
And so now they're looking for it. It sounded like they were. It's like we're making an open casting call.
For white men, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
uninspired. Uninspired. Always. The Academy is so uninspired. If I had it my way, someone from the Academy called me. I know how to make this show a success. Regina Hall. I don't know why that's not an obvious answer for everyone. Regina Hall is the answer. And I know what you're gonna say. She's already done it. Wanda Sykes and Amy, whatever the fuck her name is, just brought her down. Regina Hall needs to be on that stage by herself, allowed to do whatever the fuck she wants to do, because she is going to roast them and she's going to make us laugh.
yeah.
Laugh. Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes. Oh my God, could never. I can't believe y'all made Regina Hall share the stage with her. Share the stage with them to begin with.
Yeah.
If I had it my way, it would be Regina Hall.
Yeah. Um, I don't I don't understand the hype around John Mulaney.
Neither do I, bitch.
I don't find him funny.
Not even a little bit. Not
Yeah.
even a giggle's worth.
Yeah. Hmm. But I understand they asked him because he hosted the 2024 Governors Awards, which is not televised. And apparently he was good, but I don't understand the appeal.
No.
Um,
If you
okay,
could vote, who would you vote for to
me.
do? Okay. If you
I
could
would
choose
be
someone else,
I would be the best Oscars host that anyone has ever seen in a million years.
okay, monologue would be great.
The
Would you make fun
monologue,
of people?
absolutely, but in
Okay.
a but not in a mean way. But I would, but of course, how are we gonna sit in that theater with all that money and not make fun of ourselves?
I mean,
You know?
yeah,
Yeah. You want me to give you a dance number? I'll give you a dance number.
that'd be great. Honestly, I wish they would treat the Oscars like the Tonys
Yeah.
and do
I
some like
mean,
great performances on stage.
They used to. They used to. One rumor somebody I heard talking about it said Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my God.
Don't do it, please. That's not, I don't want to see it.
Okay, I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
I'm over the Ryan Reynolds shtick.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch, I've been over it.
Yeah.
I was afraid to say it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. Don't bring it to me. Don't give it to me. I don't want to see it, Rachel. Take it back.
I don't want to see it. Yeah,
No.
no.
I think that is so incredibly
Uninspired.
boring.
Yeah,
Boring, boring, boring. Um, Here's the other thing. I don't know who I could recommend. I think Regina Hall would do a great job.
yeah.
Um, um, Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know who else. I can't think of anybody off the top of my mind. Hmm.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make a prediction.
Okay.
I don't know if they would, but it would kind of make sense because she's like doing her last special ever before she goes away forever.
I don't think she would do it.
I don't know.
Ellen DeGeneres.
I don't know.
She won't do it. No,
I don't
I don't think so.
know.
I don't think so. They can bring back Whoopi Goldberg.
I'll take it.
Whoopi Goldberg. I would love to see like a Whoopi Goldberg and Billy Crystal do it together. That would
Mm,
be kind of fun. They've never done it together, and they used to do the I forget what they were called, those comedy shows with Robin
the charity
Williams,
ones.
the charity
Hmm.
ones, Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg. Um, I don't know if Whoopi would want to do it, but yeah. I mean, who are funny comedians? I'm gonna ask Google. Let's see what they tell me.
I
Oh
mean,
no.
oh, it's gonna be all the white men, girly. You know it.
The four that they show here: Jerry Seinfeld, Robin Williams, Gabriel Iglesias, and Wanda Sykes.
Okay, bring back Robin Williams and let's do it.
Oh, you know what'd be interesting? Monique.
Mm,
That would be controversial.
they would never.
I know they wouldn't, but that would be interesting.
That
We
would
need to
be
be
interesting.
we need to be interesting, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Anyways, Oscars, I'm available. And Julie will come out for a skit.
What?
You want? I'm
I'll
a,
do it. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. I'll
you're
do
the
it for you.
first writer I'm hiring in my writer's room.
I'm gonna make fun of everyone, but in a mean way.
Okay, but we're gonna workshop it.
Okay, fine. All right. All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it doesn't sound like you really want to do
No,
it.
no, I'll do it, but you got to give me a 2 minute free set to talk shit on the academies and what they've
No,
done.
I said you're gonna join me for a skit. I'm not saying that I'm giving you
That's
a
gonna be my
segment.
skit. That's
No,
gonna be my skit.
if you want to say whatever you want, win an Oscar. I mean, what? They hired me. This isn't. I,
Oh, okay.
I was giving you a
Okay.
job.
Oh, there was conditions to me agreeing to do that.
Well, I guess
So
you have to watch from home.
noted. Noted.
Just
I'll
kidding.
have to sell my soul to the academy, I guess. This is how they get them. This is
Mm.
how they get them.
Finally, on the pop culture pop up, Cardi B, big day. Not only did
Big
she
day.
announce a divorce, she also announced a pregnancy.
Yes, the fuck she did. I love her so much.
Yeah. What do you have to say to
You
Cardi?
know what? Good for her. You know
Yeah.
what? Cardi B has never been shy or quiet about the fact that we're not going to understand her relationship with Offset. And we're just going to have to be okay with that. We're
Yeah.
not going to get it. And here's the thing also, we don't get a lot of insight, but the insight that we do get into her children, they seem to be well behaved, educated, polite little kids. Whatever she's doing in that house and that chaos, it seems to be working because she seems to have some great kind kids that are running around and listen to her, and she seems to get a grasp on parenting. And like I still think about like people are like when she was listening to WAP on a live stream and then she turned it off because her daughter was coming in the room and everyone was like, why would you turn it off? It's your music. She's like, I'm not an idiot. I'm a parent.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And that people would just, because unfortunately, the way that she looks and the way that she speaks, people have this idea of Cardi B like she's an idiot. And I
Right.
think every time she opens her mouth to talk about politics, she has proved every single person wrong. She's not an idiot. She is fully aware. She is educated. She has knowledge of the way that the world works and she wants to change it. We're not going to get her in Offset. And I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah.
super okay with that. As long as she's good and she's happy, because I think she does deserve it because she seems like a great person. Um, but a divorce and a baby out the same day, that is a wild one, but I
Mm.
love her for it.
I think that she is incredibly intelligent
Yeah.
and um I think, I mean, should have left that man a long time ago, as far as I'm
I
concerned.
mean,
But good for her.
yeah,
And she clearly loves being a mother. I hope this brings her all the happiness in the world.
agreed.
She deserves it. I love
Agreed.
Cardi B. Go ahead, Cardi
Same,
B.
same, same.
Okay, well, that's gonna do it for the pop culture pop up. We'll be back next week with more pop culture chisme. Cardi, come on the pod, please.
Come on the
Would
pod.
love to have you. Okay. Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I do have a Latinx spotlight. This one's a little personal. Here's the thing about me. I am very lucky that I'm surrounded by a ton of girls, like a ton. I feel like society recently is we're backtracking. Fat phobia is on the rise, being a mean girl is on the rise, and I am surrounded by women that uplift me and celebrate me. And one of those women is producer Angie. We love producer Angie here. I think she is a great human being. And let me tell you something. When I was depressed, unemployed, losing my mind, she is a great human being to have by your side because she is not judgmental at all. She's like, you want to feel sad? Feel sad. You want to feel like you're going to give up? Sure, I'll give you a day. She helped me with my resume. She helped me interview. She helped me give me tips. She was sending me job listings. She was talking to people about jobs. Like she went above and beyond to help me. And I think that as much anti-female friendship as there is in the world, I think we need to celebrate the positive female friendships that there are out there. And Angie is one of them. She is not only good to me, but she's just like good for the world. Her attitude, her personality, she's intelligent. She knows her shit about money. Okay. She is teaching me stuff. I'm not learning it, but she is trying. Um, she's a wonderful, wonderful human being. And I think the world moves really fast and things happen very quickly, and you're friends with someone and you have them in your life constantly, and you just don't stop to appreciate them sometimes. And sometimes you just want to give someone their flowers. So my Latinx spotlight is my friend Angie, who is a wonderful human being that makes me laugh and gives me strength and is just like a great human all around. Doesn't show up to work. Producer Angie does not show up to work, but she shows up in my life constantly. So if you have a friend like Angie in your life, celebrate them and stop and remember to tell them that you care about them and you appreciate them.
Love you, Angie.
Love you, Angie.
Angie, come on the pod. You're welcome anytime.
Anytime.
Okay. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Time for some azúcar. I will go first. My azúcar this week is I've revisited, not that I ever left, but Alabama Shakes. You know they're my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're my favorite. I've been listening to their albums this past week, and it just brings me a sense of nostalgia that is so sweet, sweeter than a
Oh,
peach on a
I
summer
love
day.
that.
It's so comforting and it's so nice, and the music is really great. And it's also interesting. I was thinking Alabama Shakes doesn't make any more music, but Brittany Howard does, and she was the lead singer on Alabama Shakes. And it just is kind of incredible to hear the kind of music she was singing at the first Alabama Shake song to now what she's doing now. And it's like, it's a progression, and it's really cool. And I really love the music. And so it brings me back to a simpler time.
Oh, I love that.
So I love it.
What a blast. I love that. My azúcar this week, I finished, I know I talked about it last week, but I got to talk about it again because I finished it. I finished Presumed Innocent, Apple TV Plus, Jake Gyllenhaal. The butt was budding, and I appreciated it. I appreciated it every single second it got on screen. But more than that, the writing, phenomenal. I spent the entire show trying to guess the twist because I knew there was a twist because I accidentally saw an article about the shocking twist ending, and I was like, Now I know there's a motherfucking twist. And so I spent the entire show trying to guess it. And I am happy to report that I did not. I did not guess it. And I get very disappointed when I guess a twist. It happened at Long Legs, and I was extremely disappointed. Apple TV Plus, Presumed Innocent, did not guess it. I was kind of close. I didn't quite hit it. Watch the show. It's 10 episodes. They're hefty ones, 40-ish, 40 plus minutes. They're hefty little episodes, but it's great writing, great acting, great performances, great ending. The last episode, the last 15 minutes of the last episode, phenomenal. It gave me the high, not quite, but I got pretty close, that I got when I watched Sharp Objects with Amy Adams on HBO Max. The last 5 minutes of Sharp Objects, jaw on the floor. Not literally because I had read the book and I already knew, but it was just the reveal was perfection. And here as well. So Presumed Innocent, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jacob Benjamin Gyllenhaal is acting again. And you guys should tune in for that because we have missed it. He's been doing little superhero movies and action movies for a while there. It has been tough on this Jake Gyllenhaal train, but we are back on track. It has been renewed for a second season. I'm excited to see where they take it. I actually kind of hope it'll become an anthology. I don't want the same characters. I want different characters. Give me a different storyline. But great television. Really, really loved it. Apple TV Plus, Presumed Innocent.
Hey, excellent. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Okay. Well,
We did it.
that's going to do it for us. We made it to the
Yeah.
end of the episode. For those of you who are going to listen to this again, thank you so much. Make sure that you like, review, subscribe, share this podcast with anyone and everyone. Make sure you do all the fun things you could do with this podcast on the internet. Make sure you visit yumiandchisme.com. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at Yumi and Chisme. Make sure that you send us fan mail. You can write it in, you can voice memo it in, you can text it if you know us, whatever it is that you have. And yeah, share it with someone that you love because sharing is caring. And if you don't care, then you're going to hell. I don't make the rules. And we'll be back next week with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life. Bye.
Bye.